Rostermania is back. Oh my goodness. Here we go. So welcome back to the Apex Morning Shift. Your number one ALGS... I think it's the first time that I've messed up the intro. Your number one ALGS morning show.
On the planet.
That is a fact. Oh my goodness. Rostermania strikes yet again, but this time in such an unexpected way, because usually these changes happen after a Pro League regular season. Usually that's when teams look at the past season and go, we kind of need a roster swap, roster change. We don't like this. But this time, Rostermania hit right after LAN.
In between Pro League weekends.
In between Pro League weekends, correct. What I'm guessing happened is some teams saw their dynamic on the big stage at a LAN event, and they said, you know what?
At an unrealistic LAN event, in my opinion.
I agree. It's not your typical LAN experience. It's not your typical LAN format. There's so many factors that are just not realistic.
The first Legend Band LAN.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
These teams that are making these changes, I think they should give it a little more time, especially since some of these teams that we're about to talk about have not been together for very long. All right, let's get right into it. Here are the teams involved in this Rostermania. 9 Lies, Team Orchid, Envy, NRG, Team Liquid, Flat, Luminosity, and ROC Esports. How do we know? Twitter. Thanks to all these LFT posts, which not only told us which players are leaving the roster, but also where they'll be heading. So, let's break it down. It all started 3 days after LAN ended, where Hambino tweeted this out, saying that himself and Rambo are looking for one. And since Panic did not tweet out that he's looking for a team, we can only assume that a big org, a bigger team, picked him up, poached him from his squad. Now, who could this big org be? Well, on the same day, Sykes tweeted this out, saying that he's looking for a team, which means that Envy dropped Sykes. Probably because they're more interested in the second most valuable player from the ALGS Open LAN. That being said, where does Sykes go? All right, pause the video. Just a few hours after recording this episode, NRG announced the signing of Sykes, which means that we're about to see It's Timmy, Guild, and now Sykes compete together, which should be insane. In my opinion, even better than Yanya for this squad, but we'll just have to wait and see. Make sure to keep an eye on Twitter because these roster changes are updating really fast since Pro League is next weekend. All right, back to the show. Fast forward to 3 days later, Yanya tweeted out that he's looking for a team, mainly looking to IGL. Now, over the past year, Yanya's tried out different roles amongst other teams with Dropped and Knocked, and now with NRG, and it just doesn't seem to be flowing as well as when he was IGL for Team Liquid. So he tweeted out that he's mainly looking to IGL, and 1 day later, Kurev, Team Liquid's IGL, tweeted this out, that he's looking for team, which means that there's now an IGL spot open on Team Liquid. Yanya's old squad. So what I think is happening is Yanya's going to go back to IGLing in Spanish with his old squad, and they're going to figure it out. I know that it didn't end the best way, but I do think that they can figure it out, and they used to play so well together. The only times where it didn't work with them was on the big stage at LAN. So I think they can figure it out. I think with the right coach, I don't know if Pistillo is still their coach.
He's their manager, I think. Manager?
I think with the right coach, I think they can figure it out. Which leaves Kurev looking for a new squad. And at this time, we're not really sure what his better options are. We know that he's a very good IGL, very experienced IGL. He played on a Cholos as an IGL. Team Liquid got some good success with them. Unfortunately, not enough for that squad to keep going. And so I do understand why Team Liquid decided to part ways with Kurev.
Oh my god, sorry. Breaking news.
Oh.
Another LF1.
Who?
Dupe and Gent. Skittle Cakes was poached.
Just in?
Yeah, just in.
Skittle Cakes was poached.
I'm guessing.
Did Skittle Cakes tweet out LFT?
No.
Oh, that means he might be getting poached.
And keep in mind, Skittles is also the one player on that team that didn't want to sign to TSM.
Do you think it's been the plan since the beginning? Do you think that's why he didn't get signed to TSM?
Yes.
Because he was planning on not staying with those guys?
Yes.
Oh. Dude, let us know down in the comments what you guys think. I haven't had enough time to think about this because it's just now out. Cameraman, you know Kurev better than I do. I know you've played with him multiple times. Do you think he could fill another role than IGL?
Oh, yeah.
You think so? You think he's a flexible player?
He could be a fragger, he could be an IGL, he could be an anchor.
And so do you think on TSM he would fit well with Duplex and Jet? He could.
Depends how comfortable he is communicating his ideas.
He said that he was fluent in English, Spanish, and Portuguese, I think. And speaking of uncertainty of a player's future, Sirsay also tweeted this out, that he's looking for a team for real this time. He said that Vayne and McLovin are looking for someone more flexible. So maybe also Kurev? Because I know Flat, Nano tweeted this out, that they're looking for one, himself and Louis, which means that Qzer either got a bigger opportunity or found another squad. And so, do you think Kurev would fit with Flat?
No.
No. Sirsay could fit with them. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know where Sirsay could go.
Can be no.
Oh, you think he can take a Panic spot?
I mean, he's better than Panic, so yeah.
And speaking of new signings, Luminosity tweeted this out. Are we about to see a Sweet comeback? Is his hiatus finally over? Especially with Saucer tweeting out that he's looking for a team. This sort of confirms Sweet's return, which I'm super excited for. But under Luminosity's tweet, Sweet replied with this, saying, "Stop baiting these people, please. I currently have not made any official plans."
I do believe that.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think Sweet's returning. I think so. I think it's the same thing as what happened with Verhulst and 100 Thieves. Remember when he leaked that he was joining 100 Thieves and then people asked him on stream and he was like, guys, it's all fake. It's not true. And then turned out it was true. I think it's the same thing. I think Sweet is returning to Luminosity and it's going to play with Naughty and Shubi, which I think would be really, really good.
Oh, wait, there is something else.
What happened?
Unleashed LF1 and Digvibezz did not LFT.
Ooh, do you think Digvibezz is going somewhere? Where do you think Dig goes?
I don't know.
So if you guys are a little lost about all these roster changes, here's a little graphic that I made of all the roster changes and the players going different teams and what it's looking like. So yeah, let us know down in the comments what you guys think. If you guys agree with these predictions, if you guys disagree, which teams you think would fit best for certain players. And as for us, as for me, that's it for today's episode of your number one ALGS morning show on the planet.
That's a fact.
No more copy. Oh, yeah, there was a little bit. Shorter episode this week, but other than Rostermania, nothing else much happened. Make sure to turn your notifications on. New episode every Tuesday. And until next week, take it easy, like and subscribe. Cameraman's on his phone again.
Peacers.
I was told that our outro was not funny last week. And it was kind of boring.
Okay, what do you think are the odds that, you know, one of these pro teams gives me a trial? Why is that funny? I'm serious. This isn't for the outro. Damn.